Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli are back in the squad. Virat not playing the first one for personal reasons. But the return of Rohit Sharma as captain, can we look at this as the OG captain being back, Rohan? Or do you still see changes because this is the last series for the Indian team before the big World Cup in June?
I think if Rohit is in the team, he's got to be captain.
Yep.
There's no doubt. He's not going to play as just a member of the squad. If he plays in the side, if he's in the squad, he's captain. There's no doubt about that. With his captaincy record, especially in the T20 version, you look at what he's done in the IPL, 5 titles. That's been well documented. His captaincy experience, his skills, I think he's got to be captain. So for me, that's a no-brainer.
Lots of options in terms of players and personnel to choose from for the coach and the selectors, Joy. But the fact that Virat and Rohit back in the mix, does that guarantee that these two will be going to the World Cup?
To be honest, I feel it doesn't. See, I think I'll tell you where I come from. So my attitude on this is that if players, legends of the quality of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma said, you know what, we are interested in playing this World Cup. Firstly, the moment they're saying it means all bets are off. That means they will play in whatever capacity. Because when I put my hand up, I'm not saying I can't go and tell the Indian team that I'll play only if I'm made captain. This you can do in the IPL, you can't do it you can't do it for international cricket. So I have a feeling both of them really, the one thing that they desire, which Virat tasted very early in his career in 2011, but Rohit never tasted, is basically an ICC trophy. Not a Champions trophy, but an ICC proper trophy. And I think that's what he really desires. So he will do anything. The interesting part of it is, how does then India look at it? How does a Rahul Dravid or how does Ajit Agarkar look at it? Because now you're in a situation where you're saying that, okay, these two guys are willing to play. Firstly, if they are willing to play, players of that quality, I have to at least try them out. Whether I play them in June or July, I have to try them out. This is a fantastic series. This is actually the only T20 series before the IPL.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to try them out. Now, the second part of the problem comes that if I have Rohit as captain, he's doing really well as captain. I mean, I have long-term thoughts, that look, Hardik is a person that, India's white ball is going to go behind him. He's going to emerge as that kind of player. But then he's also injury prone. At the same time, you have Rohit who can captain. So they're in an interesting position. I think this position of where they are going with it will only become clear at the end of this series. And perhaps even not then, perhaps I don't want them to decide this during the IPL because I think it's too late. I think whoever's there should be decided.
I've got a question for you, Joy.
Okay.
If India had won the World Cup,
yes,
the 50-over World Cup, do you think Rohit and Virat would have made themselves available for T20? Because like you said, it's the one thing now that, that's obviously, and I get it, I get it. They've had stellar careers, fabulous careers, and now you're thinking, listen, can I get that ICC World Cup trophy?
Yes, in fact, during the South Africa series, Rohit Sharma, I saw a bite of him saying, "Kuch to bada chahiye." So clearly, that one big world title is missing.
And he's done everything else. Look, what is his white ball cricket? What has he not done? And he's won 5 IPL trophies. He's a successful Test captain. He's done everything that he can. And what is left for him to achieve? This is the only thing left. He'll do anything. He'll play under anyone. And Rohit's that kind of guy. You tell me I want to play. But if he's there in the team, there are very few managers and very few people who can make 10 people go along with you the way Rohit can.
I suppose India has had 5 captains apart from Rohit Sharma in T20 cricket. If you can also, in fact 4 of them since the 2022 World Cup. Hardik Pandya clearly front line there in that list. Surya Kumar Yadav has done fairly well if you see the win percentage. Ruturaj Gaikwad went to the Asian Games. Bumrah as well. So lots of options. The question is, the fans can have a certain view. Twitter is abuzz with people taking positions on whether they want Rohit or Hardik. Of course, Mumbai fans have a slightly different angle to that question as well. You reckon with just 6 months to go, India would be better served with Rohit in charge?
Well, like I said, if Rohit is in the team, then he's got to captain. It doesn't matter if he's captaining in the IPL or not. We know what his captaincy skills are. We know what he's capable of doing as a leader. As Joy said, take 10 guys along. He's there. He's your guy. He'll take 10 guys along and say, listen, this is our collective vision and we've got to try and adhere to it and try and do what we can to win the tournament. There's no, we don't have to worry about that. But in terms of the other captaincies, like Joy said, other captaincy candidates, Hardik injury prone. What you don't want is And I think Hardik is a fabulous captain. We've seen that in the IPL. We've seen, you know, even when the way he sort of gets his guys around. What ideally you don't want is, you know, your captain breaking down in the middle of a tournament. Yeah, that can throw a spanner in the works. But I think Hardik is going to be a future India captain in white ball cricket. I have no doubt about that, because at some point Rohit will retire, and I think Hardik is next in line, in my opinion.
Yep.